really know how to dress. Off the bus earlier on, hoping to secure a win away from home. That's the United States Supreme Court building here in our nation's capital. We're coming to you today from Washington, D.C. And hello again, everyone. Welcome to our Saturday afternoon edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter is David Aldridge. D.A., take it away.
Kevin, thanks very much. The Wizards have struggled the last couple of years, so some people were surprised that Bradley Beal signed an extension there. Beal said, "Today, a lot of stars want to team up. No knock, but I'm a firm believer in sticking with what you got. If I win a championship in D.C., that'll hold way more weight than if I just left and tried."
Oh, I love that story. David, thank you. And how about the play of some of the rookies around the league so far? Here is the rookie race, as all these first-year players have made big splashes in the league and certainly have bright futures ahead of them. You take a look at McDaniels. He's been just what his team has needed as he comes in, and he has played wonderfully through the start of his career. And now he sits at number 4.
And that's a pretty good position he's in at number 4. What do you guys think? Will he be higher or lower on that list once we get through the second half of the season?
Well, you know, he's got the potential to be high. I mean, it's just really a matter of how his body holds up. The rest of the season, as we well know, is going to be a grind.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Edwards is out there with McDaniels. Then it's Malik Beasley. Then there's Towns, and it's Russell in at the point guard position. And for the Wizards, Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Russell Westbrook out there with Bradley Beal. And it's Avdia in at the small forward.
Aggressive move off the dribble there. Towns, once he gains momentum, hard to disrupt it.
Westbrook against Russell. Outside Bryant. Lays it in without an inch of room around him. Bryant's got 6. And here at the midway point of the year, lots of guys banged up, Clark. Is it hard to decide when to play through and then maybe not to play, when to sit?
Yeah, you know, that's a good question, Kevin. And a lot of times it's about pain tolerance, the severity of the injury. Is it something that you can play with that won't linger on and you don't have the possibility of further injury? Those are the factors that go into playing hurt or playing in pain.
Now, here's McDaniels, following the miss by Russell Westbrook.
Exactly what you want from your point guard. Nice dime to the open teammate by Russell.
The Timberwolves shooting their first free throw of the game. And the free throw, no good. Wizards have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. The drive by Beal, good on the shot.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
That one good for 2.
Man, that's an area that you like to see in Towns' aggressiveness, making a concerted effort to stay in attack mode.
Now the pass to Avdia. Now Hachimura. And McDaniels with the block. The shot's good from Bryant.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start?
Yeah, he's setting himself up to be their go-to guy today.
And there's the whistle. That goes on Denny Avdia. That's his first foul. His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile 1 block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Russell looking it over. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And slithering inside, D-Lo. That's Russell's length helping him convert against pressure.
The Wizards have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Westbrook against Russell. Outside Westbrook to the middle. Towns with the steal. Here's Russell, and the slam dunk by Russell.
They opened the gates, and he came through. D'Angelo, quick recognition.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Washington. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Yeah, for that loss, you can credit their defense or lack thereof. Too many breakdowns on that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
And guys, what do you think about the hustle stance for the Wizards?
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
The Timberwolves have gone 0 for 1 at the line. This is their second trip to the line tonight.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis.
Tell you what, it's been a different story for them at the line this season. When you measure those numbers against last season, I mean, they've taken a big-time dip, guys.
Here's Neto. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. And here we go. Towns heading to the hoop. And Towns throws it down.
You know what makes Towns so dangerous in transition? He can beat you with the shot, or he can beat you at the rim.
It's Beal on the wing. The three. Hits it from three-point range. Beal's got 5.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And, you know, we often talk about Beal's skill set and his finesse. He can play a very physical game as well, Greg.
He doesn't have a choice. I mean, he had 4 brothers who all played football in college, so he kind of grew up around the physicality. And you can also tell Bill's taking his strength and conditioning seriously, especially after having the lower body injury issues earlier in his career.
He gets that one.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
McDaniels passes to Beasley. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
When defending Beasley, you've got to get up on him. I mean, he's lethal as a catch-and-shoot guy.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Neto, the pass to Beal. Over Russell. And that one is good from Bradley Beal. 7 points in the game.
And not sure what you can do with a guy like that. With his handles, he can just take defenders to school.
Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Minnesota shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
Well, you try to look for weaknesses in Towns' game, but really not much there to speak of, particularly at the foul line, where he's been terrific.
Neto kicks to Beal. From deep. And the Wizards hit again from deep. And so it's Washington with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And we chatted with Bradley Beal recently, who touched upon the joys of playing at home.
Being yourself, being in your own comfortable setting, and then arena.
You know, Greg, it goes without saying just how important playing at home is.
It's a matter of pride, making your opponent feel uncomfortable. 2 advantages that erode when you lose in your own house.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Wizards?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, Ricky Rubio is out there with Beasley. Then there's Edwards. And it's Vanderbilt in at the 4.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Hachimura is checked in for Washington. Russell Westbrook comes in for Beal. Westbrook passes to Len. And we're starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Pass to Neto to the inside. Gafford Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Westbrook against Rubio. Pass to Reed. For three, Beasley. And another three for Minnesota.
Boy, that's Beasley's shot right there. He loves to rise and fire and knock them down from behind the arc.
Beasley with the steal. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
Here's Neto, covered by Rubio. And that one's good. Hachimura. Hey, Greg, if you could coach one team right now, who would it be?
Whew, that's a tough one. Clippers, Lakers, Bucks. You know what? I would probably go Lakers or Bucks because you would have an opportunity to coach someone who arguably might be considered the best to ever play the game. Because I think Giannis is trending in that direction, and LeBron obviously already is.
How about a guy like Kemba Walker and coaching the Celtics, having him to do what you want to do on the floor?
Oh, he'd be brilliant, and
yeah.
Kemba, one of the most underrated leaders in our game. Great human being.
Down low, here's Edwards, and Edwards with the stuff.
And right there, Rubio doing what he does, seeing the floor, exploring the defense, finding the open man, and getting him the ball.
And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
And you look at Edwards. His athleticism is off the charts, and it doesn't go unnoticed, as you can see by how high he is in the dunk contest voting.
Yeah, no, the fans want him. I think the media wants him. Heck, he wants to be in, so I'm glad that he's in a position to take part.
So there you go, and as it's looking, this year's dunk contest is shaping up to be a... Oh, my goodness!
Oh, yeah!
What a play!
A guy that doesn't give up on the glass. Lopez, a real force at rebounding the ball. Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure.
I get the feeling, guys, that he may be sensing that this is a critical time in this game.
Westbrook feeling it out a bit. Lopez outside, launches it, and finish off by Bryant.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
Yeah, and I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Bertanis, he's checked in for the Wizards. Minnesota making a switch here. Westbrook kicks to Beal. Poked away. Beasley with the steal. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
Boy, the baskets keep coming for Beasley. I like how assertive he's being tonight on offense.
Wizards trailed by 5. Tipped away. Stolen by Rubio. Westbrook with the steal. There's 49 seconds left in the first half of basketball.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What? You mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas. I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Ball's knocked loose. Here's Rubio. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders.
6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Passes to Avdia. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him. Minnesota shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. Free throw good, Edwards. 17 seconds left here in the second. Out left to the wing. And the wide open shot from Avdija. Sinks the three-pointer. Avdija's got his second basket of the night.
And we continue to see Beal improve as a playmaker. Beautiful pass there. Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
And it's Rubio penetrating, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
This is what Rubio gives you. Effort combined with skill. Able to finish through contact.
This trip is his second to the free throw line in this one.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Guys, when you compare against last year, I mean, this season has been a pretty painful drop-off in his free throw numbers. I mean, he's not making the key chances he's getting at the foul line.
And that one misses.
And you know, guys, when you watch Rubio, he's one of the most hyped international prospects ever. Scouts were right about his ability to manage the game, though.
And so we wrap up the first half. Timberwolves ahead. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Minnesota out in front at the half. They lead by 9 points. How about you, Shaq? What'd you think about Minnesota? Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. One guy who's getting it done is Malik Beasley.
Well, he left his mark on that first half with his quick hands. Great sense of timing to pile up the steals.
Well, I thought it was a great defensive performance for him so far. He's aware, he's alive, he's alert, quick to react to everything that's going on around him. Can't do it much better than that.
Wizards trail by 9. Hachimura and Bryant are in the middle. Bradley Beal is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Avdija in at the small forward position. That's the route for Scott Brooks getting going here in the second half.
And Hachimura's given name, Rui, means fortress in Japanese. And that's what he looks like out there. He's worked hard in the weight room, sports a solid frame with a terrific core and that great lower body strength.
They get it again. Westbrook passes to Hachimura. And the rejection by Towns. And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile 1 block.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Here's Beal. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket. 16 points for Beal. And you combine Hachimura's power with that 7'2" wingspan, Greg. He's physically built to succeed in a positionless NBA.
And add to that, Kevin, he's got solid athleticism along with a versatile skill set. Hachimura still needs to work on creating off the dribble, shooting the jump shot with consistency, but with his work ethic, there's a good chance he turns those into strength.
Knocks it loose. Avdija kicks to Westbrook. Outside, Beal. Clock at 6. To the paint. Here's Westbrook. Banked in off the glass. Westbrook's got his third basket of the night.
Just by nature of his style, Westbrook is going to draw contact, so he's got to be strong enough and focused enough to play through it. And he is and does.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
I love that mid-range shot. It's definitely giving the defender something extra to think about.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation. And a quick look at how the Minnesota Timberwolves schedule is shaping up. On Monday, they'll be playing the Clippers in Los Angeles. And then on Sunday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Brooklyn Nets. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Russell. Greg, we know the names of the superstars, but there are players that are just under that category who probably should get a little more recognition.
Hey, Kevin, that's a great point, and I'm going to toot my alma mater's horn a little bit. Christian Wood's a guy that kind of
good one, yes.
Reminds me of that. He's kind of on the come up. How about Devontae Graham, the second rounder back in 2018, but he's showing to be an established young talent in this league, and there are many more guys like that, and they're going to have their opportunity to become household names.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. There will be a subtle but significant change on the court this season. Wilson is now the official basketball supplier for the NBA and its affiliated leagues. In fact, they were the association's original supplier starting in 1946. Now, after a nearly 4-decade hiatus, Wilson reclaims that position. Guys, back to you.
We appreciate that, David. Thank you. For the Wizards, Davis Bertans checks in for Bryant, and Raul Neto subbed in for Bradley Beal. Minnesota also with the sub. Reed's checked in. It's stolen by Edwards. Fast break, Minnesota. And Edwards with the stuff.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration, a turnover, and an easy bucket in transition.
Westbrook against Edwards. Outside Westbrook. Here's the pass to Bertans. 5 on the clock. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Westbrook's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Edwards. And Edwards with the stuff.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
It's Westbrook with the drive. And Westbrook throws it down.
Man, I tell you what, one of the things I love about Westbrook is the ferocity with which he attacks the rack. When he's driving inside, he's trying to punish the defender and the basket.
Here's Culver, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net. 1:25 left in the third quarter of the game.
And at Texas Tech, Jared Culver operated as a lead guard. Is that a role he can fill at this level?
You know what, Greg? I think he's got the potential to. He's got excellent vision, good size, a really nice pace to his game. I think he can play some point, but he may be best suited as a secondary creator.
And I like that they're not settling. Getting the ball on the interior, 8 of their last 10 coming that way.
Sometimes you just got to man up and take a tough foul in order to stop these free runs to the rim.
To the middle. Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down to 6 points. That one good from Hachimura.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Yeah, you know, the willingness from Towns to share the ball, just another reason why his guys love playing with him.
2-for-1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Bertans passes to Westbrook. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
Inside, here's Reed. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got 6 assists now in the game.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
The play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Hachimura. And the dunk by Hachimura.
Well, we know what a skilled passer Westbrook is, but you still got to appreciate that dime there. Very impressive.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Timber. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. On the court for Minnesota, they've got Karl Anthony Towns. Ricky Rubio is out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Vanderbilt in at the 4 spot. Here's Len, and he finishes nicely on the layup. Len's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Wizards. Russell with it. He's picked up by Lopez. Vanderbilt. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Timberwolves?
I thought we might see the defense adjust at halftime to slow the break, but that has not been the case.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively, and they've been turning those turnovers into points.
Malik Beasley, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Pass to Westbrook. He lobs up the alley-oop pass, and the dunk by Len.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other.
And I tell you what, guys, that's a big play to make in a close game. Potential momentum builder there.
Wizards trailed by 4. Here's Len. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
You know, I love how he absorbs the foul and still had a chance to knock that one down.
Boy, terrific play there. I thought even with all the contact, he still was going to get that shot to go down.
That free throw, no good.
Wow, what, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. And Washington making a change here. Ryan's checked in. Daniels is checked in for the Timberwolves. The Wizards have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Westbrook against Rubio. Stolen by Rubio. Fast break, Minnesota. And finished off by McDaniel.
And you've got to wonder just how big those points are going to be. A swing like that could decide the outcome.
Wizards trail by 5. Outside Westbrook to the inside. And there's Bryant. That's good on the assist from Westbrook.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Pass to McDaniels. Towns down low, defended by Bryant.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Washington Wizards. And finished off by Westbrook.
Excellent job that time by Westbrook. Spots a weakness and then burst right to exploit it.
And it's Towns penetrating, and he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. Second free throw, no good.
Usually free throws are a formality for him. I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there.
Hatchimer is checked in for Alex Len. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Passes it to Abdia. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
An incredible reverse throwdown. Excellent body control.
And guys, I'd even go as far to say that was a punctuation dunk.
Memorable. Keep that one in the career highlight reel for sure.
It's Beasley on the wing. Fires the three. And another three for Minnesota.
Beasley's on the court to do one thing, and that's knock down jumpers.
Wizards trail by 8. Knocked away. And it's stolen by Ricky Rubio. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Beasley with the steal. Beyond the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Beasley's got the lead up to 13 now for the Timberwolves.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too, as a matter of fact. I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
Washington calls timeout. They trail by 13. There's 1:40 left in the fourth quarter. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Karl Anthony Towns.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
And this is exactly what a star player is supposed to do. Coming off a loss, he made sure they weren't going to make it 2 in a row. Outside Westbrook. Count that one. Westbrook's got 4 this quarter.
You know, Westbrook always in control. He gets the shot that he wants to. And over time, that can just wear out a defense.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And that one misses. So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Wizards trail by 11. The 15-footer, and he gets that one to go off the front iron. Beal's got 21.
And there's not an area on the floor where Beal can't do damage. He is a handful for any defense he goes up against.
And, you know, we can't measure heart. I mean, he's not as big as the other power forwards, but his jumping ability and mindset is incredible.
Outside, Beal. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
And with a smooth, fluid release, Beal's jumper does wonders for his team's offensive positioning.
Edwards can't hit. So far, we've seen them be a bit careless with the ball.
Simply put, out of control is how they played thus far. They're going to have to reel it in and show some more discipline. And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook.
I'm glad he didn't go overboard and try to do too much there.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Count that one.
No surprise there. I mean, this is who Westbrook is. This is what Westbrook does. Ready to step up in the biggest moments.
And now we've got the intentional foul. So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So it gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. 30 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Rubio against Westbrook. Here's Bryant. And the shot is long. And it's Rubio with the ball for the Timberwolves. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. It's good.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
From deep three-point range, yep, it's good.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
And so Minnesota takes the win.